Hey everyone, Brian from 3 Geeky Dads here. Before we begin tonight's episode, I just want everyone to know that we are now sponsored by Audible. As an IT professional for a school department, I find myself behind the wheel of my car traveling between schools almost all day long, and that's where Audible comes in. Right now, I'm enjoying listening to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, read by Stephen Fry. It's so enjoyable to hear this hilarious audiobook read by a proper British comic actor. And that's just scratching the surface. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word content, with everything from bestsellers, celebrity memoirs, and news to podcasts. Yes, if you're into podcasts, and you're listening to us right now, so we can assume you do, Audible has got you covered. Just go to www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial today. That's www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial. You'll get 1 credit, 2 credits if you're already an Amazon Prime member. That's good for any premium selection titles you like, and they're yours to keep. You also get the Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals. Listen all you want. No credits needed. Again, that's www.audibletrial.com/3GD. $14.95 a month after your 30-day trial. Cancel at any time. Audible. Stay informed, connected, and inspired. And now, on with the show.
Warning, incoming dad joke. Warning, incoming dad joke.
Hey guys, how much does Santa's sleigh cost?
I don't know. How much?
How much?
Nothing, it's on the house.
Oh, it sure is. Reindeer shit on my house.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
It was like a pink nightmare.
Christmas has a Yule log. Not a log, I don't have a log.
All that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more I bequeath you, my son.
Your father was Frankenstein, and your mother was the lightning.
We named the dog Indiana.
I am your father.
Hello, ho, 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 ho. And welcome to this holiday special. Oh, we already did the holiday special, but this has a holiday theme to it. Well, just welcome to this Christmassy episode of 3 Geeky Dads, the show that sees you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake, and that's why all 4 of us have restraining orders on everyone. I am Mark, and with me, as always, are the silver and gold to my decorations,
Derek.
And Brian.
and joining us, as always, to say F you to math and the accuracy of our show title, the man with a voice as sexy as Burl Ives, and he also looks good in a plaid sweater vest, Tito.
Oh, hello.
How you doing? Tito the Snowman.
That's me.
That's right.
It's abominable.
That ain't no carrot in my nose.
Those squinty eyes.
Beady
I
eyes.
got like a beady eyes.
Beady eyes made of
Little
coal.
goatee.
Little hat and an umbrella for some reason.
Very classic.
and gold, silver and gold.
John
Something and
Leguizamo is getting old.
Zabadazoo.
Frosty Tito would sing about it.
He
John
might.
Leguizamo.
He might.
Because that's how much he loves them. Yeah, so this is a Christmas episode. Finally, we've done a couple of episodes now in December and talked about everything but Christmas related things.
That's right.
We've talked about aliens. We talked about, I don't even remember what the hell else we did before this
We
one.
did Romulus and
Romulus,
Twisters.
and
Yeah,
Twisters.
and
Yeah,
Twisters,
tornadoes and
yeah.
aliens.
Yeah.
2 things you think of when you think
Oh
of
my.
Christmas.
And something special. I mean, we did a special thing also. For
We
this.
do have.
Yes.
We do have.
Very, very
Indeed.
special.
Yeah, we have.
Something special for
we
the
are,
audience.
well, either way, our special gift to you is something you know,
Didn't ask for.
didn't ask for and do not need. Like half the gifts you get at Christmas.
So many special
You
gifts.
know, and this is more relevant than a second season of Jag on DVD. This is a holiday special just for you. So it's coming. Just wake
Just
up.
like Christmas.
Just like Christmas. Christmas is coming. Santa is coming. You know, speaking of Santa,
Yeah.
guys, when you think of Santa Claus, what do you think of?
Running away and being scared and
Really?
Horror.
Really? Is
Yeah,
that because of
yeah.
tonight's movie?
I don't know.
Or is that just you in general?
Or
It's just, I think, me in general.
Yeah?
Santa is a pretty scary thing. But he's very scary in tonight's movie. And the movie itself is very scary.
Yes,
Not scary in
frightening.
a good way necessarily. But we are going to conclude the December season. And I think this is our last episode of the year.
It is.
Thank fucking God!
We're going out with a bang. This is Santa's Sleigh.
Or a fizzle. Depends on.
Or a fizzle. This is definitely
This
a
is the end of
Depends on the
season
audience.
666.
starring that great
Bill
wrestler,
Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg as Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Not
He's
so
big
great of a
and he's
wrestler.
mean.
A terrible wrestler.
He's not a great actor either. He's going for broke.
If you can believe it, he's a better actor than he is a wrestler.
You know, honestly,
Seriously.
I can't.
So, yes.
I
Agreed.
cannot. I saw those guns.
Did you?
But we'll get into it tonight.
Show muscles.
But before we stuff our stockings and sacks with slaughter and sin and savagery,
nice.
our old Santa Claus of cookies and milk, yeah, let's go with that one.
They get some milk and cookies.
Cookies and cabbage farts and cauliflower culinary. I don't fucking know. Hey, it's Brian.
Before we begin, since this is Aunt Bethany's 80th Christmas, I think she should lead us in the saying of grace.
Great. What, dear? Grace. Grace. She passed away 30 years ago.
They want you to say grace. The blessing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Brian's got an appetizer to start us off.
All right, so as Mark mentioned, tonight we're going to be taking a look at Santa's Sleigh. It's a movie featuring an evil Santa Claus going on a rampage and taking out a town called Hell. And that got us to thinking, what are some of our favorite scary, naughty, evil
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Sis.
Draco! All right.
So what are some of our favorite evil, vicious, bad, naughty Santas that we can think of?
Evil, bad, naughty zoo.
He's lit the Santa sack-shaped beacon.
Santa needs to be spanked.
And then the oral sex. Speaking of oral sex, not at all.
Oh my.
Tito,
What did you ask for?
Did you ask for Tito under your tree?
Oh no, they's doing gay jokes without me.
You gotta leave a plate of toast out for him and
Oh,
and a
I'll eat
blunt.
it.
toast and water instead of milk and cookies.
Toast and water.
I'll eat it.
Tito, I believe you start.
The scariest Santa I could think of, first one that popped into my head is the Santa Claus from A Christmas Story. Gross. I don't know what he does to kids. I don't know if I want to know what he does to kids. But the red nose and the red cheeks, and then like his helper,
Yeah.
and then and he like pushes what's the kid's name?
Ralphie.
Down the slide.
Yeah.
It's all very
His
like
foot.
Yeah.
icky to me.
Yeah.
You'll shoot your eye out.
He
kid.
looks like, he looks wasted for
Oh.
sure. It just
Oh.
always grossed me out every time he's on screen. He scares the crap out of me. If I was a little kid,
Yeah.
I'd be terrified. So that's my scary
True
Santa.
that.
That's a good pick. He's drunk. His elves are frightening too. Hey,
Yeah,
kid,
hell,
we got a lot of people. This is
Yeah. the hat moving from
Everything's
side
in like
to
a
side.
fisheye lens or
Yeah.
whatever. Just
Yeah.
the whole thing is just off-putting.
Oh, that whole scene is nauseating. And then the Wizard of Oz for some reason.
Yeah, well, it was popular back then.
I guess, right? The
It had
cast
just
of
come out.
You
Oh,
know,
that's right.
The witch just going
In the
around.
parade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got Santa and the witch.
Don't bother me. I'm thinking.
You know what she says too? She's like, "Oh, this looks like a tasty boy." I'm
What
like,
do you want for Christmas, little boy? Don't bother me. I'm thinking.
Mark.
Now
what
we
about
have now we have Wicked. See, you go from that to Wicked. For me,
It comes full circle.
I'm going with the Scanny. Wow, I'm going with the Scanny. The scary psychopathic Santa from a movie that Dean and I talked about once when we did one of our Christmas show last year, I think. And it's from a movie called Deadly Games. It is a French film from
Merci.
René Mansour, and it is basically Home Alone, but a horror movie.
Nice.
And the synopsis is, Thomas, a resourceful child, is left alone with his fragile grandfather on Christmas Eve for Chile, you know? When a killer dressed as Santa Claus breaks into their home, Thomas does whatever it takes to defend his home and grandfather. And the way he does this is, his mother is head of a corporate toy company, so their house is really cool. It's got all these secret compartments that the kid basically makes his own. He's got, boards, computer screens. He's a very smart kid, genius kid, really good with traps and booby traps. So there's this psycho killer that starts following him around as he's in the mall and stalks him back to the house. And as he's trying to get in the house, basically this kid goes into Kevin McAllister mode and fucks with Santa, going all through the house, and it becomes this very cool, cat and mouse game. But not as slapsticky. It's actually very good, very chilling, very suspenseful, that's the word. And,
very violent.
I highly recommend it. If you like foreign films, then it's one to definitely check out. If you don't, then this is probably a waste of your time.
There are others out there then.
What's it called again?
It's called Deadly Games.
Okay.
Joe Bob does it, covers it in one of his Christmas specials, I believe a couple of years ago.
Oh, nice.
Deadly Games.
That is
I'll
my...
look
And
it
the
up
evil
then.
Santa in this says nothing. He doesn't. He's not verbose or verbal. Yeah, verbose.
Verbose, yeah.
Like tonight's Santa that we're going to talk about. He's not imposing. He's not this big hulking guy. He's this tiny little guy.
The French rarely are.
Yeah, they really are. There's not too many burly French. He's a tiny little French guy with a little brown beard, and he dyes it white. He puts on a cheap Salvation Army Santa suit, but the actor's very good, and there's very little acting with him, but a lot of acting, because he just has this kind of face that's scary without him hamming it up or chewing any scenery. So definitely check it out. Deadly Games. It's French.
Oui.
And that means... It's, such small portions of food.
Joyeux Noël.
It means it's classy.
It's classy.
Yeah.
Oh, for
People
sure.
will respect you.
Jerry
for
Lewis
seeing
isn't in it, surprisingly.
Or pompous. You decide.
It's pretentious or classy. One or the other.
Joyeux Noël. That's French for Merry Christmas.
Oh, mes amis.
Ooh.
Mes amis.
Sacre bleu.
I don't care.
Je t'adore.
Zut alors.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Well, I've stereotyped the French stuff. Hey, Derek, how about you?
Look, they're running away as they usually do.
Oh, Jesus. Friend of the show, the France.
I sure hope
France.
not. I sure hope not.
Marcon. What's his name?
Do they have
Macron.
Christmas
Macron.
in
Macron.
France?
Do they have Christmas?
Christmas.
That reminds me of the moonshine that Ricky's pappy used to make.
I'm really sorry your mom blew
Ricky,
up.
I'm really
Ricky.
sorry your mom blew up.
Why didn't we watch that movie tonight?
Because it would have been a better experience. It's my daughter Liv is 10. She loves that movie.
I
That
know.
movie still holds up, and that's her favorite
It
line in the
absolutely
movie.
does. I
I was
love
probably
that.
that old when I first saw it.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with Santa.
Sorry, Derek.
No, mine is Tim Allen
I knew it.
as the toy Santa Claus in Santa Claus 2.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, well, in general, he's pretty scary too, but especially his mentality in real life. But
Speaking of wasted Santa.
right,
Oh.
but the second one.
Speaking of cocaine,
He creates this this toy version of himself to help run the North Pole while he goes and tries to romance the chick that
Elizabeth, who
the one that played Mrs. Claus.
Oh, I love this girl.
Nice.
Yeah,
she's also from Lost.
She's from Lost.
Right?
Why am I blanking on the name? Yeah, she's
Right?
awesome. She makes
Penny,
out
Penny.
with-
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's not
Is it Penny?
No,
It's her name is Carol Calvin, Elizabeth Mitchell.
Elizabeth
I
Mitchell.
knew it was Elizabeth.
Yeah. She's the one that's already on the island. That's
Yes.
on the island that works for the
Dharma
Dharma
Corporation.
Corporation. Yeah.
Right.
She also makes out with Angelina Jolie and Gia.
Did she really?
I've heard.
You've never seen
I
it?
never saw that. I certainly
Oh.
did not rent it
I
with some
never saw
friends.
Gia. I didn't see this movie either. I saw the first one only.
You guys should
Oh,
rent.
yeah.
should
This
rent.
one it's pretty terrifying when he gets all plastic, and then
I
he
love
kind of
Coco.
so he starts off as this exactly he's playing the part, but then he starts realizing you get a little AI kind of vibes, and he starts realizing that the North Pole could be a lot more efficient and kind of becomes pretty evil.
You mean the technology turns?
That's
on-
right.
Well,
That's
He
right.
That's
becomes
not
the
a
bad
lesson.
guy?
Yes.
He's the bad guy of the movie.
Yep. On December 25th, Skynet came online.
Yeah.
Right? All you AI lovers out there,
And you know who you are.
and you know
right.
who you are. Just watch Santa Claus 2.
You know who you are, and so do the computers.
Ooh.
You better be doing your stuff in incognito mode. That's all I'm saying.
Oh shit, that reminds me. Don't want Sarah seeing that.
That little guy with the sunglasses in the upper corner. He sees your shame.
They even make him look like a pervert. They don't even. We know what you're watching. We know what you're watching in incognito.
Gonna put it in porn mode right now.
Are you? No, I haven't because I'm looking for Christmas presents for you, dear, and I don't want you to see what I've been looking at.
Shit, I don't want you to see my search history.
Honey, are you buying me a MILF for Christmas?
Is this what you want, Mark? Is this what you want from me?
What the hell is a Whitney Wright doll? What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a Blumpkin?
Swedish-made penis pumps at me. It is my bag, baby.
Brian, what do you got?
Well, Tito, I'm going to, I see your wasted Santa, and I'm going to raise you big time because my wasted Santa is also a thief. I'm picking Billy Bob Thornton as Bad Santa in 2003's Bad Santa.
He is bad.
Wicked bad.
Merman.
Fuck me, Santa. Fuck me, Santa.
Oh my
Fuck me,
God!
Santa.
Yeah, what's her name? Lorelai from
Laura
Gilmore
Graham.
Girls. Oh,
Oh.
Jesus, yeah. What's her name?
Gorgeous.
Lauren Graham.
Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel.
Yeah, well,
Bledel?
she wasn't in this movie too, but yes,
She
in
should've
Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, well,
she
in
was
the
in Sin
Incognito
City.
movie. She what?
Yes,
Alexis
yes, she
Bledel
was.
in
She
Sin
was
City
in-
though.
Had
She was.
great- yeah, she had beautiful eyes.
Yeah,
in
she
that
did.
movie. Oh,
Blue eyes.
Yes.
so blue.
Yeah, no, the. All right, let's stop thinking of Alexis Bledel and back to Bad
I'm
Santa.
gonna go back onto incognito mode.
I am not a fan of Billy Bob Thornton, but this movie makes me laugh so hard every time I see it. Him and Tony Cox as his elf. Oh my
Tony
God!
Cox is awesome.
And I love the line when they're in the bar celebrating, like after they do their first hit, and they're dancing together, and he wants another drink, and Tony Cox says, "No, I'm done." He says, "You can't drink worth of shit," and Tony Cox says, "I'm only 92 pounds, you dick."
I just like when he says, I don't know, the elves' names. I call them all Bob.
Oh yeah, Bub. Hey, how you doing, Bub?
Bob.
Hey, sport. What's going on? Yeah, Thurman Merman has all kinds of questions for him.
Just likes to make sandwiches.
Yeah, no, I don't want any sandwiches. What's it with you and the fucking sandwiches?
That is a good
Yeah, and the other
movie.
one is Granny spry? It has so many good lines. I
And
love
you got
that freaking
John
movie.
Ritter and
Oh,
Bernie
John
Mac.
Ritter. It was his last movie too.
Yeah. Was it
Oh,
Bernie
R.I.P.
Mac's?
John Ritter.
Was it Bernie Mac's movie as well?
No, not his last movie, but no, he was good in that movie.
Yeah, both.
And
of
Cloris
Yeah.
Leachman, right?
Cloris
Is the
Leachman.
grandmother?
Yeah.
them. Right.
Yeah, all R.I.P.
Oh, so
now.
fun.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And I think it works better if you don't like Billy Bob Thornton.
No, absolutely.
Like I,
Right.
I don't like him either.
Yeah.
But I do like that
You're
movie.
all just jealous because he didn't give you a vial of his own blood, like he did.
Speaking of Angelina Jolie, it's
Right.
all right. This is an Angelina Jolie
It is an Angelina Jolie
appetizer as well.
friend of the show. Maybe.
We're connecting all kinds of dots tonight.
We sure are.
That's all
You know, Pee Wee Herman and
He liked to go to the movie theater.
he didn't have incognito mode.
He sure didn't.
Showed up in the theater and went, ah!
But he was dressed like the incognito guy.
Sure was.
Yeah, technically, he was an incognito.
He was.
Yeah.
That's how they did it back
He
then.
kept spanking and spanking and spanking. Ah, nothing says family and Christmas like masturbation, huh? Oh, God, we're awful.
What did you get in your crusty stocking, Eric?
Runners up? Anybody?
You know what? I didn't have any runners up.
I didn't either.
No one had any runners up, huh?
It's not
Can we think of
Santa,
anything
but
on the fly?
no, he used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. Was John Lithgow in the Santa Claus movie? Like,
The old, yeah, that's right.
Like he was the bad guy
With
in that
the
movie.
Lebowski.
Yeah,
It was
and
the Lebowski.
or
there
how
was
about
something about him that absolutely terrified me watching that.
how
John
about Dan
Lithgow.
Aykroyd dressed as Santa in Trading Places And he was, he was all
the
depressed
fish.
and scary and on the bus, trying to eat that piece of ham or salmon or whatever he stole
through
from
his beard.
Oh, it's so gross.
Fantastic.
And he's growling at people on the bus.
It just comes back.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Bullets fall out of his
The Santa from Home Alone that he runs.
Oh, no. That was the fat guy from Herman's Head.
Yeah.
He was great.
He
was nice. He gave him a tic tac.
Kind of creepy.
He was just couldn't
Got
get
some
his
creepy vibes from him.
Yeah.
I think he was more just
Sloppy.
fat, drunk, and stupid.
Yeah.
There's no way to go through life.
He was in Armageddon too, if I'm
got
not
that
mistaken.
Yeah.
And he has the tattoo, lives with his mom, or some shit like that, right? Remember Armageddon?
He does not make it to the end.
That also had Billy Bob Thornton.
Is he the one that Band-Aid was holding the fingernail on from McHale's Navy?
I don't think I've ever
I
seen
mean, not McHale's Navy, down Periscope.
I haven't seen
I never saw that either.
I think that is the same guy.
I think so.
I'm good. I can't argue with you on that, so I'm
that
going to
is the
say
same
yes.
actor.
Can I go Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Larry Drake? L.A. Laws on Larry Drake as the killer Santa Claus from that Tales from the Crypt episode.
Oh, yes. I know the one you're talking about.
That creeped me out as a kid when I saw that on HBO. Remember
Way back in
Home
the day.
box office.
Yep.
Yeah. That's right. The pilot episode directed by Richard Donner. I think it was, was it Richard Donner who directed it? It had something to do with it.
You know what I'm surprised?
Robert Zemeckis.
No, I'm
Which one?
surprised
Could've
didn't
been
get
Robert
mentioned. I'm surprised that you didn't mention Terrifier 3.
I wasn't done yet.
Oh.
I'm still going, but I thought you were going to bring one in.
Oh.
Bring one of yours in. Terrifier 3 is a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count.
Rare
It's
Exports.
Yes.
Oh, good one.
Rare Exports.
Yep.
is a
I still have
great
yet to watch that
movie.
this year. That's on.
That's
part of
on,
that's part of my annual Christmas viewing.
That's
lately.
on Joe Bob's latest, the new one that just dropped.
Oh,
on
no
Sunday.
kidding.
He talks Rare Exports.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
Good, because remember before I brought up like Norwegian horror that I was getting into?
Yeah.
That's
that's
on
right.
my list to watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rare Exports.
I love
Yeah,
Rare
Norway's got
Exports.
some good horror.
They really do. Norway's kind of frightening.
Yeah.
They got three-headed giants and
Trolls.
and Norwegians.
Daylight. All day
Norwegian
long.
Vikings.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Shape-shifting dogs.
Tulips.
They don't have
Windmills.
Clogs.
That's why they invented Drano, Derek.
Rennie Harlan. Oh, no, he was from Finland.
Oh, Rennie Harlan.
Rennie
I love
Harlan
that
was
guy.
Finland.
Aren't they the same?
Is Finland and Norway? I don't know.
No, they're not the
No,
same.
no, but it's like Sweden, Norway, and Finland, right? The three of them are like little.
You're saying
in
they
a
all
row.
look alike?
No, they're in a row, like geographically.
Yeah, those are the Scandinavian
yeah.
countries.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, good.
Yeah.
They're all like
Correct,
kind
yeah.
of related.
Denmark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. You just
Well,
educated
Denmark's
our-
across the pond.
Where does
he's sitting up
Lapland
on
fit
Europe's
into all this?
shoulder?
What does baffle?
Reaching for his bigger
baffle
brothers,
mean?
his big Scandinavian
What
brothers.
does Scandinavian mean?
What does Lapland mean?
See, you do it good. I sound like Bill Cosby.
No, I
when
thought
do
you did it better than I did.
I
last
thought
time
you
we
were
did it.
What does baffled mean?
Yeah, that does
sounds
sound like Bill Cosby.
William Cosby, you know? Pudding pops in Norway.
William Cosby.
Billiam Cosby.
Billiam.
It's pronounced Billiam.
William Cosby III.
Any other standards we can think of that are pretty creepy? That Rare Exports movie is awesome.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Check that one out. Oh no, I was gonna say Christmas Horror Story, but that's Krampus. It's all
Yeah, I know. I
different
thought of that
bag.
one too, but no.
No, he's a good Santa. Well, actually, no, he kind of isn't, is he?
What?
At the end of Christmas Horror Story, we find that Santa's not a very good Santa.
Yeah, it's all well. Spoiling the movie, it's all in his head. It's all
That's
in
right.
Storm and Norman, the
Have we all
weatherman's
seen this
head.
movie yet?
What's it called?
Christmas Horror
Horror
Story. It's a great anthology from Canada.
One person
with
say it out loud.
a Christmas horror,
Horror
story.
There you go. Christmas heart. No. I've
Okay.
never seen that movie. You all said it at once, and I didn't absolutely
didn't register.
Ignore what we just said then.
A
Tina.
Christmas horror story?
Yeah.
No. When's that from?
Like it's 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe.
I'll watch it, and I'll absolutely have forgotten.
Yeah, because it's an anthology, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
like
an
it.
anthology.
It's a good one,
It features William Shatner as a DJ and ties
I
all
hate
the
that
stories
guy.
together.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh, I think I remember
Bailey
a
Downs.
trailer
Yeah, Bailey
for this,
Downs.
maybe.
Director of
the same.
Ginger Snaps.
Exactly,
Does
it's the
that
same
movie.
universe as Ginger Snaps.
That's right.
Oh, really?
It's got werewolves and all kinds of shit going on in
I
Bailey
think I've seen
Downs.
a poster for this.
I remember the girl from that.
Christmas Horror Story. All right, excellent appetizers then, everybody. All right, shall we get to the main course?
Yeah, the main course.
Catherine, this turkey tastes half as good as it looks. I think we're all in for a very big treat.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Okay, Eddie.
Look at that.
Sorry.
Why are you crying?
I told you we put it in too early.
Oh, it's just a little dry. It's fine.
I told you.
Here's the heart.
Well, you better not pout. No, how does it go? You better not.
Yeah,
Is it pout?
You better not. You better not cry.
You better not pout. It's shout.
No, you better not shout.
Shout. Okay.
You better not cry.
Shout.
You better not pout. I'm telling you why.
You better not pout.
You better not cry. You better not
pout. I'm telling you why. Because the dads don't know this song.
What does incompetent mean?
Wait, is it?
You better not
No,
shout.
it's you better watch out. You
better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to Harlem.
To Harlem.
Harlem.
Harlem. To Kells. I mean, Hollis.
To DeSales.
Harlem?
Remember DeSales?
It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mama's cooking chicken and collard greens.
Oh, good.
This
Run
is
DMC.
Christmas music. All right, let's try that again. Well, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. We'll make you watch this movie. This is Santa's Sleigh, and it came out when? 2005?
2005.
And believe it or not,
This movie's almost 20 years old already.
this insane movie was not a Mark pick. This was a Brien pick. But watching it, one would think, oh, this is a Mark pick. Well, I got to tell you, it wasn't. But I know what it's like to be on the other side now. And all I can say is sorry, not sorry.
This is what hanging out with you, Mark, for the last 10 years almost will do to me.
Well, this is it. I've rubbed off on you.
Yeah, you sure have.
And without a towel.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like we're back in New York again.
Without a net.
Not
She was
saying
busy.
it. I'm not saying it.
How is she?
How is
I'll
she?
say it right. So, yeah, Santa's Sleigh is essentially about an evil Santa Claus that comes to the town of, what the hell was it
Hell's
called?
Township.
Hell's Township.
Spawn, Detroit, whatever. And
Yeah, was it Canada? Was it Michigan? Where was it?
I don't know where it was.
He was flying, at the end, he was
Snow
flying
globe-
to Winnipeg.
He
The snow
was
globe
flying
was
to
from
Winnipeg.
Milwaukee.
Okay.
I mean, from Wisconsin.
From Wisconsin. So that's
Right.
what makes me think it might have been up that
And he said that
neck of the woods.
but he said he bought the last one that she liked was from Delaware.
Yeah, he bought her the Wisconsin snow globe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
saw
Maybe
it
she's
was in
just
it.
collected them
it
from
was
different
Delaware.
states.
Let's go with Delaware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's going to see
Go to
this
New York and take in a Broadway show.
Oh, look.
We're in Delaware.
So yeah, that's essentially the plot of the movie, and it is Santa, of course, is played by famed wrestler.
Yep, Bill Goldberg.
I'm gonna let my wrestling crew fans here talk about why this.
Well, he is
fun.
a physical, massive man,
He was a huge, beastly, bulging man.
He is.
which makes him look opposing. He's not very good at things.
Wrestling?
Or acting.
Wrestling, acting, putting his shoes on. He's
Words.
God.
Words.
Goldberg's
Words hard.
He's gonna come after me.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, he had a reputation for not being a very good wrestler, a very safe wrestler.
Yeah. He
but
hurt a lot of people.
He did, and he hurts a lot of people in this movie.
Bret Hart? Is that the guy
Yes,
who
he
hates him
did.
the most?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Bret Hart.
You hurt Bret Hart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bret the Hitman?
What a jerk.
Well, those guys like Ultimate Warrior was one of those guys too.
Right.
Goldberg, Ryback.
Yeah, a lot of those big muscly
Goldberg.
guys.
Yeah.
They're focused on being this big dominating force, and they don't actually learn the craft of. Well, I'm so sorry. I don't want to give wrestling too much credit, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
yeah, I do. I do.
They have a craft.
You know, I'm not a wrestling fan like you, Derek, but I did watch that Mr. McMahon documentary.
Yeah.
You watched it, didn't you,
Yeah.
Tito? Yeah, it was interesting as hell.
Yeah, it's a fucking,
Yeah, I got
love
an
that
education.
stuff.
I'm
in
telling
wrestling,
you,
that's for sure.
if you check out Dark Side of the Ring,
Oh, Dark
on
Side
Oh, you were
Hulu,
talking about that one a few years ago.
You will be addicted.
I've heard
You
of
will
that.
watch. You will want to watch every episode.
It's so awesome.
Oh, wow.
They're so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah?
That's what I like about wrestling. I like the wrestling.
Right.
But the behind the scenes stuff, those guys
It's
are fucking
crazy.
insane. They're all
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
They're all on tons of drugs.
Yeah.
The scandal.
I had no idea that
and-
Triple H married McMahon's daughter and was
Yeah.
running the whole show.
Oh yeah. He's
Wow.
yeah, and he's in charge now.
Yeah,
He's- and
that's
he's,
what I mean.
He's awesome. He's the best thing that happened to the business in a
Yeah.
while. So,
Yeah.
So he,
in my opinion,
he brought wrestling back from the brink of
obscurity.
Obscurity, thank you.
Alberta, Canada is where this movie takes place.
Alberta.
Alberta.
I thought you said they brought wrestling back
To Alberta.
Where I think Bret Hart is from. The Hart family, they're from Alberta?
Calgary,
Calgary,
Alberta.
Yeah.
Count?
Yeah, the Hart family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't one of them produce
Chris Jericho's
this
from
movie?
Winnipeg.
Who produced this movie who was a wrestler? You said, oh, that makes
No, it was
wasn't Ric Flair.
no.
Would have been funny if it was.
No, it wasn't a wrestler. Brett Ratner.
Brett Ratner was the
Produced
executive
it,
producer.
yeah.
He did the third X-Men movie.
Yes.
Oh.
And actually,
Just
Did he do Rush Hour? He did the Rush Hour
So yeah, I
movies.
guess
Yeah.
he does have some good ones.
Oh.
He does a lot of his company, the Rat Pack.
Yeah.
If you see that logo in front of movies, that's him now.
Yeah, he's
Rat Pack.
And I don't know what he's done in the last like 4 or
Excuse
5
me.
years.
Yeah.
He hasn't produced anything in a while. Has he directed anything?
He's got an empty sack. He's got nothing. He's shooting blanks.
Yeah,
Shooting blanks at
2015
Hollywood
was the last
executives.
time. 2015.
Nothing's sticking.
Tower Heist.
He's just named it Luigi. He's shooting blanks at Hollywood executives.
The Tower Heist, the Rush Hour movies, X-Men: The Last Stand. Not great.
Not great.
Yeah. He did Red Dragon.
Oh, that
not the best.
Yeah,
Hannibal
that one
Lecter
wasn't
film.
good. No.
It was better than Hannibal Rising.
I didn't see that
I didn't
one.
see
That was the
one either.
prequel.
No, I didn't see
I
that
didn't
one.
even know they made that movie.
Yeah,
remember
it's like
that.
a young showdown.
Well,
All right. Anyway,
anyhow.
so yeah, Bill
Speaking
Goldberg,
of-
Santa.
Good one.
Speaking of cannibalism, how about our opening thoughts on this movie? Tito,
Yeah,
what
for
are your
sure.
opening thoughts?
You know what's funny? Last week we were here recording, and you said, "Oh, we want to do a Christmas movie next week," and the first thing that popped into my head was, "Awesome." Christmas Vacation popped right into my head, and,
Right.
and then Mark says, "Brian wants to do this movie called Santa's Sleigh," and I thought, "Oh, okay."
I'm going to be sick that day.
I'm gonna go home and watch Christmas Vacation. I did. I watched it yesterday.
I think I did too.
Because it's so good. This movie's
Love
not
it.
good. It's not good. It's short. It's a little over an hour.
Just a little over an hour.
It's technically an episode of something.
Yeah.
I don't know, Santa's Sleigh, episode 1.
God, it
Season
felt
1,
longer.
episode 1. Everybody in this movie has probably been in something better.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
way better.
Yeah, there's some like I
maybe
don't
not-
want to say big names, but like
Maybe not the kid.
recognizable.
names.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
names
for
and
sure,
faces.
to open the film.
The guy who played the deli guy.
Oh, Saul Rubinek.
Rubinek. Yeah.
Robert Culp, Dave Thomas from
Is that how you say it?
Bob and
How
Doug
you say it?
McKenzie.
Rubinek?
Saul Rubinek.
Saul Rubinek.
Rubinek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah.
No,
And
yeah,
was it Emily DeRaven? Emily? I called it Emily.
Yeah. From Lost.
Yeah.
Lost.
And Once Upon a Time.
Chris Kattan and
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole
Fran
opening
Drescher,
scene,
James
Cameo.
Caan,
Sure.
Rebecca
Yeah.
Gayheart.
Rebecca Gay.
Nice little Scream style
Yeah,
cameo
James
at the beginning.
Caan.
Oh, James Caan.
James Caan, that poor bastard.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
Slumming.
Yeah,
he is
yeah,
now,
he did
yeah.
die.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
James Caan. I'm
he
sorry
died
that I
of
saw
shame.
this movie.
Why?
I
James?
bet he didn't want me to.
No.
I got a feeling James Caan
Tarnish his
didn't want me to
memory.
see
Yeah,
this.
I don't know why. He
The
owed
whole
somebody
time-
money or something.
Yeah.
The whole time I was watching that scene, I was just like, "Oh, damn, James Caan. I feel bad now."
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even do anything.
I was an elf.
I was.
I was in a good Christmas movie once.
It's an interesting tale. It's funny. I think it's funny, and it's funny on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
This actually did remind me of a movie that shout out Josh Dolan would have recommended. Because it had that such a campy kind of silly.
Yeah.
It's like tongue in cheek.
Yeah, just the whole time.
Yeah.
I did like some of the music, and a lot of the music reminded me of those kinds of films.
Yeah.
Some
It was
kinda
very independent.
Yeah, some Poor Man's.
The poor man's
Ramones.
Star Wars
kinda
theme.
Christmas
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I thought some of the Christmas music was kind of fun. The idea is kind of there. It could have been really funny. I think it's not. This guy only wrote and directed this one thing. Surprise. I think he got hit by a bus right after this. So,
On purpose.
He never did anything else.
He got hit by
Unfortunately,
Santa's sleigh.
Yeah,
That's what's on paper, on file anyway.
but yeah, it's dumb. Opening thoughts. It's dumb.
All right.
It made me dumber.
It made him dumber.
It really made me dumber. That's my thought.
Words hard.
It's the only one I have left.
Movie bad, words hard.
That's good.
Me hate movie.
That's impossible.
That's impossible. Oh, Ralph Wiggum. Shut up.
R.I.P. Ralph Wiggum.
Is he dead? He's not dead. Millhouse is dead, right? Didn't they?
No.
What?
Oh, didn't they get rid of Millhouse?
No.
He's no longer on the show.
He will be.
The only one I know that's dead for sure is Flanders' wife.
Yeah.
Maud.
Yeah, but the
then
actress
there's
that
Maud.
does Millhouse's voice is retiring.
Yeah.
So I
okay.
don't think he's going to be on.
They're going to kill Millhouse, Santa style.
Unless they get another
Mrs.
voice actor.
Krabappel. She died.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Bad
You know what they should do?
Krabappel died.
They should do a callback to My Girl and have him because he's in glasses.
He needs his
Oh, yeah.
glasses.
Yeah,
He can't
and
see
Lisa
without
can
his
do that, you know,
glasses.
at the funeral. She'll just, he needs his glasses. Millhouse needs his glasses.
You know that'd be funny. That'd be sad. I feel like it'd be really sad.
Would be sad.
It should be.
It should be.
We love Millhouse.
Yeah.
Millpool.
Thrill House.
Millpool. Remember Millpool? Signing Bart's cast, and he's thinking about going in the pool, and he writes Millpool.
He's a very.
Sarah's favorite character. Millhouse. Fun fact.
He should have been in the Deadpool.
I know. I was gonna say
He had
he's a
Millpool.
Deadpool variant. Millhouse
What am I
pool.
doing here, Mom?
But 2D, yeah, that would be cool.
Right.
Like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh,
Hey, it's Fox, and now they're all owned by Disney.
That's right. That's right.
Oh.
missed
They
opportunity.
could have had it. They
Better
could have had
reboot
it.
that movie. Do it right.
Somebody get Ryan Reynolds on the phone. We'll tinker with this thing like George Lucas tinkers with Star Wars.
McClunky. Deadpool doesn't say McClunky.
You know what binds the MCU multiverse is midichlorians.
I couldn't think of anything worse than this movie, and then you brought up Phantom Menace and reminded me. Thank you. This
Opening
movie,
thoughts.
my opening thoughts kind of go with Tina. I'm surprised I don't like this movie. I based on the opening, which I really liked, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be fun. Yeah. It is not. It doesn't go far enough. It's not gory. There should be more death. There should be murder, death, kill, and there should be less plot. Because this movie doesn't do well with plot and deep storytelling. We don't need that. We just need to see a Santa that does not talk, might I add. This dude is a lot better when he doesn't speak. He's got the whole Tyson kind of thing going. I thought you first. He kind of like Daffy Duck or Sylvester the Cat. Oh, it's you, the angel of... no, don't do that. But the first 10 minutes of this movie is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I like that opening. I love that the family, the cast of characters and the cameos. Fran Drescher, who I've got an insane thing for. I don't know why.
As long as she doesn't speak, right?
I don't even care.
Oh, yeah?
I don't care.
You should have seen him. He had a stiffy when I was.
Give me the voice.
Really?
Give me the voice.
Hi, Mark.
She's so hot. I don't care what anybody says. She's amazing.
You're so good, Mark.
And she still looked good in 2005. I want to make that clear. But anyway. And Santa comes through the chimney and butchers everybody, kicks a little annoying dog into a fucking ceiling fan. I'm like, this is great.
He punted back.
Yeah.
But then they tried to add
But
plot.
enough about Chris Kattan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and he beats up Chris Kattan, which is great because I don't really like Chris Kattan.
Nobody does.
So it was nice. But if we're going to go Santa's sleigh, I
Mango
feel
likes
like
Christmas.
You gotta amp up the gore and the violence in this, and they didn't. They took the other route and went super silly, super goofy, and a lot of bad jokes, a lot of bad one-liners, and they tried to put too much plot into it.
You think?
Hey, you think?
There was a lot happening in the daytime, which I also was like, this blows.
Yeah.
Daytime fucking
beautiful.
Yeah,
daytime.
Santa comes out at night.
Out in the open.
Yeah,
That's right.
Just blatantly.
Just walking down the
it
street,
there.
Santa strutting like John Travolta in that new Santa commercial.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that
it was very
commercial.
similar. It's just
Santa's kind of like
What's in your
Batman in
wallet?
that way, where like I don't want to see him in the day.
exactly.
In costume.
No.
Santa and Batman have a lot in common.
Not unless he's in the North Pole.
Yeah.
Then I can do some daytime Santa.
During the day, he should be Kris
Right.
Kringle, his
That's
alter
right.
ego.
That's right.
Oh.
There's even alliteration right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
See?
DC.
Like Stan Lee wrote
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
The suit always fits. Eventually.
And why no reindeer? I mean, I know they don't exist, but like I feel like they could have at least gotten deer. We got a
I like
we
the,
got a
the
bison, but
Yeah.
he's not scary.
It did have a red nose.
Red eyes.
Get an ox. Get a rabid ox, like
I
Paul
like
Bunyan,
the
a big freaking ox.
I like the Rankin. What was it? The
Rankin Bass?
Rankin Bass version with the S&M costume on.
Yeah.
He's like,
that was cool.
Yeah,
that part was funny. Yeah.
It's bondage bison.
There's some leather studs.
I'm going to hit you so hard. Oh, not wrong bison.
The next bison wannabe would feel it.
So hard. Of course.
Of course. You think?
You think? Of course. Why are we saying you think so much? Asked the listeners. Probably. It's because that little gag that you think, comeback gag, whatever one-liner is used throughout this movie a lot
by everybody.
Yeah.
We're in the woods. You think he's coming after us? You think
we got to go into the woods? You think we got to get out of the woods? You think?
Yeah, we're not exaggerating either.
That's
You think this is part
actual
of the
dialogue
shtick.
from the movie.
So there's a good movie in there somewhere, but I had yet to find more than 10 minutes of it.
Maybe if it had another 20 minutes, it would have been a better movie.
No. This felt longer than it was.
It was a full hour and a half.
No?
20 minutes. Where could it have gone? Where could they have added?
Anything. They could have added anything. What's your name? Derek, your opening thoughts.
I agree as far as the gore. Like I would have liked to see there were a lot of like quick cutaways and you don't really see what actually happens.
Yeah.
Where they could have gone on a little limb and did some practical fun effects. Eye candy for the horror fans. But I disagree.
How dare you?
I kind of liked this movie.
Look at this.
I mean, not enough to like buy it necessarily.
Oh, it's gonna be on Vudu. It's gonna be on Vudu.
I don't know. There's something about it. I mean, yes, a lot of the dialogue was crap, but I kind of dug the story. The girl's nice to look at. I mean, Emily DeRaven.
Emily the Raven.
And I haven't seen her in a long time, so it was a nice little surprise.
Nice to see her again.
And I don't know. There's a couple scenes that they're very subtle, but they're like perfectly written. They're very realistic. Like when he's going up the stairs from the basement, and his grandfather says sorry, and then like a moment passes and he smells a fart. Like that's fucking genius.
Yeah, that's never been done.
No.
It's I don't know. There was something about it. I was like, oh, you know what? I like that. I like that. It's smart.
Even Mark at that point says, "Oh, that's where we're going with this movie, huh?"
That's gonna tell you something.
I'm very surprised that you didn't like this.
I am surprised I didn't either, but
because it's right up your alley.
I'm surprised that Mark doesn't like a lot of the garbage. That I'm like, how do I like a thing that he didn't like? I'm missing something.
It is. It's a very weird feeling when I like a movie that you don't like.
It's odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
I should like this movie more.
But
those are the moments where Mark snaps back to reality, where he's like, "Oh, what the fuck? What have I been doing this whole time?
What happened?
I've got a problem."
We've watched some really bad movies that like are not redeemable. There's no fun to be had watching it. It's literally torture to watch certain movies that we've watched. This one, it was fun. We riffed a little bit while we
did. We had fun with this.
And I like movies like that. If they're bad but they're fun and they're it kind of had that Josh Dolan vibe where like I think they really had a lot of fun making this movie. So it's just
I don't know, but if they had the money to afford those cameos, they could have at least come up with something better. I'm not saying it had to be, fantastic, but something with a little more polish, or gore, which is the opposite of polish, right? Because polish is clean and gore is messy. A little bit more messed. Maybe because I think it was originally one of those made for sci-fi movies. I'm not positive. This came out back at that time when they were doing a lot of those too. So maybe they couldn't go as gory as they could now. And if that's the case, okay. But
this was after Jack Frost, right?
The snowman
the
one?
Snowman killer one?
Right.
And
the
that's
one with
fantastic.
the dad comes back from the dead and snowboards?
No,
I love that movie.
That's a different Jack Frost.
Go on,
But the
Michael
same
Keaton?
freaking premise.
That's a fun movie, man.
I remember those two movies came out roughly the same time.
Right. And
played
I remember we
was-
watched Jack Frost at cable.
See, Jack Frost is great because it's freaking stupid but gory. So,
Right. And I think this kind of was in that vein, but I think it should have been more gory. I think that I definitely know that you would have appreciated it more if there was more gore.
I just would have. I could have done without the whole "I'm back as an angel," the ice rink thing. I didn't need all that extra shit. Just throw a couple of cops in there, and Santa's going berserk in a small town, killing We'll get to it because we're doing some categories. So sorry,
Brian. What about?
Yeah. So honestly, I don't know what list I was looking at this year. Where I had never heard of this movie until this year. I mean, this is an almost 20-year-old movie.
Yeah.
Never heard of it before. And it was on either the Cobwebs channel for his, Christmas horror movies or something, or if it was another list. I don't know. But I'm like, I never heard of this, so I looked it up. And lo and behold, it was on Starz. So I checked it out maybe 2 weeks ago. And I didn't think it was bad. I said, well, maybe the guys would want to, maybe tackle this movie before the year's out. I like Derek. I thought it was a fun movie. I know it's it's not It's a Wonderful Life. It's not trying to be.
No.
I had fun watching it. It was bad, but it was like
Fun
Mystery
bad.
Science Theater bad.
Suffering suck attack.
It was, and I think part of the problem maybe now is because we've gotten so much in terms of really awesome Christmas horror, whereas back then I don't think we had as much.
No,
so maybe had I had seen it back then, I would have loved it more.
Yeah.
But because I've seen things from Christmas Horror Story, Krampus, freaking Santa Jaws,
Black Christmas, even the remake of Black Christmas,
the first remake, not the latest remake.
No, God, please, no, no.
Maybe because I've seen it done better.
Yeah, Violent Night.
Exactly. Or Fat Man or something
Fat Man.
like that.
Yeah, I love Fat Man. That's a good one.
Trying to go back
Have you seen that,
to
Tito?
this
with,
is not. It
Mel Gibson
probably
played
doesn't
Santa?
work.
Oh, that came out last year.
No, like a few.
No, I agree.
Yeah, right?
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's.
Sorry,
No, it's
Tito's
cool.
looking
It's
at me
cool.
like Fat Man.
Fat Man, Mel Gibson.
Oh, it's
Never
awesome.
saw
It's
it.
really good. Yeah,
It's
check it
wicked
out.
good.
But that's not really horror. That's just kick-ass Santa.
Yeah,
But in terms of
Walton Goggins
horror
is in it.
movie,
He plays a hitman that's after Santa.
and the kid hires a. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Hey, check out Fat Man. By the
Yeah,
way,
if you want to see a better movie.
what was I saying though?
I'm sorry.
If,
Yeah,
if it had come out back then,
Yeah, if I had seen it back then with nothing else to compare or very little
absolutely.
to compare,
But that's what I mean. I don't
would've
know where
liked it
this
more.
movie was hiding.
It had to be a TV movie.
It must have been. To
mean,
say it
it's
came out in
Canadian.
2005 and I had never heard it. Yeah.
That's a Canadian.
see, I hated Goldberg, so that would have been an immediate deterrent for me to not check it out.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Like
The
he
wrestler,
had a
not
certain
Whoopi.
fan base, but he
Or the TV show.
Oh, even the
The
fact that
Goldbergs.
a wrestler was in the film, you
Right,
because
like,
it's him, you want to watch
right.
it. Okay.
Like now, if it had been Stone Cold, then I probably would have.
Oh, for sure.
And there's a train that was missed. Like they
Right.
should have done some type of Stone Cold. He's got cold in the name. But
He's got ice running through his veins.
that's right.
Yeah, they gotten so good at making these ridiculously violent but fun bad movies, like the freaking Blood and Honey movies that are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Mean One. The Mean One I thought is so
Yeah, there's
bad.
another one,
Right.
a Christmas
It's
horror
a lot
movie.
of fun. It's a Wonderful Knife was
Yep.
good.
Oh, was that the one with Justin Long? Was he in that one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I think what it is that Santa's sleigh walked so that those types of movies could run.
Maybe I'll give you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
You know,
if this were made
Jack
now,
Frost,
It's
thing.
laying the groundwork.
Right.
All right.
Right.
It's
They're like,
laying the
hey, Christmas doesn't have to be all just sweet and
Yeah.
fun. Like
Yeah.
they used to be
Yeah.
horror movies in the 80s and the 70s about
Well, yes,
Christmas.
yeah,
You know?
that's right.
Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise.
You
Right.
can
Kinda
commercialize
did
it
that,
in a different way.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
All right.
With violence.
Right. There's money to be made.
Good job, guys.
How
you
do we
gave me some
squeeze the last ounce of cash out of this
Right.
fucking thing?
It was good enough for Pepsi to sponsor. Then.
Yeah.
This movie brought to you by Band-Aids.
Yeah, for sure.
I am stuck on Band-Aid brands.
Band-Aid stuck on me.
Oh, I like
Oh,
that
I
song.
remember that jingle. Yeah. Bunch of little stupid kids.
Tell you, they're a genius company because everybody refers to any bandage as a Band-Aid.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's not what it is. It's,
No.
It's a bandage.
It's like the actual brand.
Kleenex.
Adhesive bandage.
Get me some Kleenex.
Kleenex.
It's not
right,
all
Yeah, I
Kleenex.
was gonna say
right.
the Same thing.
It's tissues.
Yeah, it's tissues.
Or snot paper.
Yeah, snot rags.
Give me some booger catches. Need me some booger catches. It's like bras. Bras and company. They're really called boob holders. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Over the shoulder boulder holders.
Whoa.
Tit sling.
Yes. Everybody give their opening thoughts?
Yeah.
All right, we got some categories. Want to spit out, fire some
Oh, geez,
quick
I don't-
categories? Do we have the, want me to go through the usual favorite scenes?
Favorite scenes.
All right, what's some favorite scenes? Did you have any favorite scenes?
Yeah,
Tito?
I like the attempt at a Rankin Bass Christmas.
That was
movie.
fun.
I thought that was clever and unexpected. Yeah.
Yeah, and like we said, it kind of sets the groundwork for like Krampus when Krampus does its flashback, and it's kind of like an animated
like a stop motion.
Yeah,
I dug that.
Oh, I can't wait to watch Krampus.
And it had a very cheap look to it too, which I also
Right.
really
Yeah,
liked. Like,
exactly.
like the beard was kind of velcroed to his face or whatever.
It was Rankin without the bass.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Just bass.
It's just rank and bad.
That was my favorite
rank.
scene, and
Rank
only
and
because
file.
Derek reminded me of it earlier when he was talking about it. But I'm like, that was I did enjoy that.
I like the opening. Again, the Scream-like, Psycho-like cameo. You got a stars. I don't know how superstar it is, but, well, James Caan. Anyway, it's got a bunch of famous people at a table. They're a terrible family, and they get killed. One of those annoying Paris Hilton dogs gets kicked into a fan. I fucking love that because I hate those yip yip dogs. And everybody's gutted, and that part was pretty gory.
Yeah,
and
Chris
so
Kattan gets thrown into a china cabinet.
He needed it worse. You know, Fran Drescher gets set on fire. If you didn't like that voice, she even makes fun of herself with that voice. Santa! Uh-huh. Doesn't matter, though. She still looks fantastic. But anyway, that opening is awesome.
Phrasing?
I really like that. I like the Rankin Bass scene as well. I thought that was clever. And I like when the two annoying kids open their presents and they explode and they lose their heads.
Oh, yeah, that part.
Fucking great. The whole movie
And the
just
grandmother's
needed to be
like-
that. And the grandmother's like, whatever, because they're rotten kids.
Didn't she? No, didn't she? Like, fuck.
Well, the whole family is saying,
Yeah.
fuck, can we fucking open our fucking presents now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quoting there.
Yes.
Just,
Mom.
by the way, Mom.
I'm not going to say that on Christmas morning, Mom.
Oh, God, if I said that, out with the wooden spoon. Those were my favorite scenes. Derek?
Same. The Rankin Bass and the opening, probably, big standout scenes. I really liked the grandfather. I thought the scenes with him were funny.
That's what I was going to say, too.
Yeah. And, yeah, I guess that's kind of it. There's some of the kills were good, but I think that they were missing a lot. That there was, I would have liked to see when we talked about it actually right when it happened was when that deli guy gets killed.
Oh, Saul Rubinek.
Right.
Yeah.
And he gets the menorah through the throat.
Right, and then they don't show him. They kind of show him hanging from the neck down.
The aftermath is what they show.
And when they do show him, that was a failure because we said when he raised the menorah to stab him, spoiler alert, it was horizontal.
Yeah.
I mean,
vertical.
It
was vertical.
And so, when they didn't show him, I'm like, well, geez, maybe it's probably a good thing because that would have been really gross.
Yeah.
And then they show him and it's horizontal and it's just kind of impaling his throat and he's hanging that way. That was kind of a letdown. But some of the other kills were fun.
Yeah.
Especially that opening scene.
Well, the opening
scene.
The opening scene was the best.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump off what you said, though, too, because they were showing a bunch of aftermath, and I hate when they do this in movies.
Like the police station.
The police station.
Right.
We don't see any of the people getting butchered or decapitated or how he managed to
You just see
use
the bodies
pins. Yeah, you see
sitting there
everything
or
later. I
hanging
didn't
there.
like that. I wanted to see that bison eat that freaking valet guy.
Yeah.
We saw the
Just
aftermath
spits out
of
the
that.
hat.
Yeah.
Instead, we got more of these two kids that I really didn't give a shit about. I
Does
didn't
it say what
care
this
about
movie
the
was
kids.
rated? Is it PG, PG-13?
Let's find out.
I mean, it's
Hello,
got
Cat.
cat.
I think it would be rated R because
It did have the language, but it certainly wasn't for gore.
Rated R. It's rated R.
See, they could have gone all in on the gore.
Yeah, I don't know why. If it's rated R.
It's for you.
Oh. Well, anyhow.
Yeah.
So
Brian, what about
I
you?
had more favorite scenes than you did.
Yeah?
You liked the movie more than I did.
It was Robert Culp.
Yeah.
Robert, that's who it was. I knew I
was the
recognized him.
grandfather.
That's what we said. From Greatest American Hero.
Yeah, that's right.
And I Spy. And
That's
Bob,
right, yeah.
And Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh, and Columbo.
But
I bet you he was a bad
I remember
guy.
I Spy. He was on that with Bill Cosby.
No, on Columbo, I think he was one of because he's in a bunch of Columbo.
Robert Culp show. Brian, what were some of your favorite scenes?
I like the same ones that you guys liked. I liked the opening scene. I thought that was brilliant. I did like the Rankin Bass takeoff on the flashback scene, the origin. So yeah, I liked the grandpa up until it was revealed that he was the archangel. Then it got a little silly.
Oh, that was dumb.
Yeah, in a movie that was already silly.
All right, well, let's.
But I like the idea, like the whole it's like Santa being the Antichrist, basically, but like losing a bet, so he had to spend a millennium being good and giving
serving
presents
man,
to kids.
Instead of torturing them.
Nice idea, but curling.
Hey, curling is huge.
You can tell it was a Canadian movie.
It's we could be Olympians. The four of us could be Olympians if we learned curling.
Right.
We could be heroes. Just
for one day. Just for one day.
We could be curlers for a lifetime.
Right.
Teach a man to curl, and he'll curl for a lifetime.
And that's part of, I feel like, I don't know. It feels like that part of the world is a curling world.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, anyhow, well, let's go into what doesn't work or least favorite scenes. What doesn't work for you in this movie?
Yeah.
Or your least favorite shit about it?
Yeah, a lot of it. I didn't like a lot of it.
Tito and I are rarely on the same page.
Yeah.
This is our
Tito's like everything after the opening scene was
yeah.
Even that was like,
this is my second beer already. I gotta drink this about time.
Oh, you know what didn't work? I like James Caan looking like that didn't work for me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
I
didn't like seeing him going out like that.
Oh, the death of him?
Yeah. No, just
Look
him in a movie in 2005 that was that fucking terrible. Like that James Caan. Fran Drescher, sure, she hasn't worked in ages.
Right, exactly. The
Catano,
nanny's over. No one ever really cared about Chris. Yeah.
She did the Noxzema commercials. That shit blew my mind.
Urban Legend, baby.
Urban Legend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one that
Wasteland.
put her over the top.
It was.
Most of her
She
scenes
went
were
over
cut
a
out
bridge.
of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's the Noxzema girl.
It is the Noxzema girl.
But yeah, seeing James Caan, I was just like, oh, James Caan, why? Why did they do this to you?
I read in the trivia section that scene.
There's trivia about this movie?
There is, and there's not much of, but there is a few. And that whole scene, like I said, was all the actors were Jewish, and they thought it was a fun joke because they're celebrating Christmas at the very beginning of the movie, and all the actors are Jewish. So
Fran Drescher was Jewish?
Go figure.
Yeah, I didn't know James Caan was.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, Caan?
Chris Caan, he's Caan. Well, that's spelled Caan.
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 C-A-H?
I don't know.
C-A-H.
Is Caan a Jew? I don't think
know.
of a Jew.
Wrath of Caan? Caan the Overlord, was he Jewish?
I don't know.
Ricardo Montalban.
Huh?
Let's get
Ricardo Montalban, Chris Caan, James Caan,
Montalban.
I think it's all adding up.
I'll follow you to the ends of the
Judaism.
Joshua tree and back.
The Joshua tree?
I don't know. Just
you know what else I like? Tiny Lister. I forgot.
Oh,
Tiny
yeah.
Lister.
Yes.
Always good to see
Good
Tommy.
cameo.
I like
Yeah.
that one scene with Tiny Lister doing the laziest acting I've ever seen that guy
Truly.
do. So fucking lazy.
I gotta make my rent. Let's make this quick.
Yep. Eat here, get
The next
gas.
Friday movie's not due out for another couple of years.
Yeah, he
That's how
died
he
before
sounds.
they got there, too.
Excuse me. They did, really?
He did.
Drink dirt.
They're making a new Friday movie. He died. He
Oh,
died.
wow.
He's
How
died.
many of them are there? Three?
Three.
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 Was he in?
Friday,
Friday,
next Friday, and Friday after next.
Yeah.
Genius.
The new one's going to be 3 Fridays from now.
Ooh. Friday, the final
It's
chapter.
like us with Twister's 3, but the E is a 3.
3.
Shocker.
Shocker.
That's how I do 3. I got problems. Was that it? Did you have anything else?
That didn't work for me?
Yeah. No. So, all right. The kids. Emily the Raven there was fine to
Emily
look
the
at.
Raven.
I couldn't stand the lead kid. Giant forehead, whined a lot, couldn't act. I didn't really like the grandfather. I know that's
Oh, I like the grandfather.
He annoyed the shit out of me. He just didn't do anything. He was just inventing everything and just like it's one little gag after another.
He had the nutcracker.
He had a nutcracker. Cracking my nuts.
And
Wasn't a fan.
and a panic room.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
care.
pretty cool. He had a lair.
Need a better actor for that. Needed Walton Goggins for that or something.
He gave great Christmas gifts.
Yeah, Jerry Orbach in that role. Or so. Mickey Rooney. Wilford Brimley.
Buy me anything with Larry Zonka's picture on it. I'll pay for it.
That's right.
Yeah, no, the second half of the movie doesn't work for me. It's too much story, and I didn't need it. And Goldberg talking doesn't work for me. Stay silent and grunt, sir.
Which is funny because during his early run in WCW, he didn't really
he
say
did not go on the mic.
He came out, he wrestled, he destroyed people, and then he left.
Right.
It was a very good.
You know, you don't have a Jesse the Body Ventura voice, you can't pull it off. Don't do it. Ventura in his time, would have pulled this off.
You know what? He
Even
could've
now,
done this
probably he
movie,
could have been. Yeah.
Running
It's not
Man,
like he had to
Running
take
Man
his shirt
Jesse,
off.
Running Man Jesse, Predator Jesse, even frickin' I don't know what the hell else he did. Well, he was in Demolition Man, even though he didn't speak. He was
He's one of the
Oh,
guys
that's
wearing the tire
Demolition
suits.
Man,
That's right, yeah.
Wearing the tire armor.
Wearing the tire armor. Boy, Demolition Man was a good
at the mall, right? Was it in the museum? Was it that scene?
No, when they're underground plotting
Yeah.
to
Wow.
kill everything, and there's a bunch of them. Okay. Anyway, nobody cares. Derek, how about you?
Well, I agree. The a lot of the dialogue, the scenes with the boy and the girl, were pretty bad.
And why was it bad? Because it took away from more killing we could have
Well,
seen.
not just that. It was stupid. Like, he was a dumb character, and he's supposed to be like the hero of the story, I guess, like the main character, the main protagonist, and he's just fucking annoying, and not being able to put a move on Emily. It's
Not
just
knowing
sad.
what to do.
It's just sad. Sad to watch.
Yeah.
It was pathetic.
He was
And
pathetic.
he was a pretty bad actor
He
too.
was.
So
It would have been better if it was just like the daughter and the grandfather was her daughter.
right,
You know?
right.
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't
the
need the love
grandfather was
story.
her daughter.
Like,
You don't
like
need
a
a love
Dracula
story.
AD, Dracula AD kind of
That's
thing.
right.
Van Helsing and Glad to Meet You.
Stephanie Beacham. Glad to meet you.
And then the other thing that I really it's just a pet peeve, but like they kept showing people in the background. And
Oh, yeah, we were
they
talking
look
about
like
that.
they're like there are people in the background doing things that are about to get killed, and then they don't get killed, and it's just
a distraction.
it's
then,
just
at that
like
point.
like the point of extras is to blend in, not
It's
stand out.
daytime. What are they supposed to
Yeah.
do?
I don't know, like
Yeah.
You gotta blur
All
them.
the action happens during the
Blur
day.
'em.
All I could-
Squeegee on my
out
truck
of
windows in a really
focus.
Out of focus.
exaggerated manner.
And like every shot, they're like full on in it, and they're
Yeah.
very noticeable.
Right,
Yeah.
and very in focus and clear,
Right.
leading you to believe that like a reindeer is going to come by or the
Right.
bison
Right,
or Santa.
exactly.
Right.
Nothing happened.
Like
Yeah.
Santa's gonna show up behind them, behind the kid talking to Tiny Lister, and like he's gonna massacre those people, and like then and Tiny's looking at it. Like
Yeah.
that's what should have happened.
Yeah.
Right.
But it didn't. And I
Missed
feel like
opportunity.
it just made me think like, clearly they must have known, they must know the director or writer, and he
Yeah.
promised to put them in the
It's their
movie.
cousins.
Yeah.
But it's like pointless.
Yeah.
Like kill extras.
Right.
That's what they're there for.
Right.
Or use them correctly.
You know?
They say they watched Scream. I think they just watched the opening of Scream and said, "Fuck it, we got it.
Yeah.
We don't need to
We'll
watch
take it
this."
from here.
Yeah, we got it from here now.
we'll kill the big names off first, and we've
Right.
got everybody. They're already in their seats.
They're not going anywhere.
I got my neighbors in this movie. They shoveled my driveway
That's
for me
right.
once, so I promised them a part. They lent me some peanut butter once.
Brian, what about you? What didn't work?
Yeah, I gotta agree. I think the lead actor, the kid, I don't even remember what his name was.
Forehead.
Five head.
Danny,
Nicholas.
Charlie, Nicholas. That's right.
Do you
Nicholas.
dream in IMAX?
He was a Manning brother in the making. Youngest Manning
Yeah,
brother.
exactly.
Yeah. That concludes the sports section.
Nationwide is on your side.
Shaking part of yours. God, I hate him.
Oh, I used to love that. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, he was probably the weakest part of this movie for me. Everybody else was fine. I like what you were saying, Mark, about have the daughter, Emily
yeah.
DeRaven be the granddaughter instead of him being the
Right.
focus. And then he could have got killed. You know, whatever.
Yeah. The whole thing with the freaking gun people and the father and the...
I think that's why I like the grandfather so much. I think he added more to the movie than the actual grandson did.
I'll give you that.
For me.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Robert.
I would have
Culp
rather
is a much
seen the
better
girl
actor.
end up with him than the grandson.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird.
He was a silver fox.
Yeah. I got plenty of rooms in here, Mr. Raven.
We can both hold up down here in my secret lair.
Want to see what's in my sack? Want to see me shake like a bowl full of jelly?
Yeah.
Get the metaphors?
Sorry, that's
At
just
least
a seizure.
two of them. I got at least two of them.
What's another? Was there an MVP in this movie?
Yeah.
Tito for watching it? Me for sitting through it. I don't think anybody really.
I might go with the granddaughter. Not the granddaughter, the love interest.
Yeah.
It might be the more interesting, the most interesting probably character in the movie. I like looking at her. I think she's a pretty good actress. So.
And she's tougher.
I like
than
when
the
she's
boy.
on the screen and she delivers her lines fairly well. It wasn't Goldberg; he stunk. It wasn't James Caan; he fell so far.
She moves the story along too.
She does move.
She's
the
like the
story
only
along.
one pushing forward.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe Grandpa, because I actually do like Grandpa. But yeah, maybe I'll give it co-MVPs to Grandpa and love interest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
For keeping
Yeah,
the hero going.
what was her name in it?
Love interest.
Love interest.
Lovey.
Yeah.
Love interest.
Love interest. It's
Mary.
It's Italian.
They call her Mac.
Oh, yeah. Mac.
Mackenzie.
Mary.
Yeah, Mary
They
McKenzie.
call her Mac.
Little last and her name is Mary Mac. Make no mistake, she's the girl I'm gonna track.
Mac all dressed in
Yeah.
She's got a boy's name. She's
Got
kind of
silver
tough.
buttons all day.
You know.
Dad, where'd you get the bazooka from?
Yeah.
The guy with the cancer
cost me a lot.
The trigonometry joint.
I recognize 3 character actors from X-Files episodes. And
Did ya?
The Indian was
Oh, that's
one of
right.
them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Was it the
Oh,
police
he was one
chief?
He's
too?
the shapeshifter one.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah,
He
he's
was
one
a-
of the townsfolk who explains to Fox Mulder
no
about
kidding.
the shapeshifter. And then the dude with the wide eyes, I think
Yeah.
his name is Peter
Yeah,
Donat.
the one.
He needs an eye wrangler.
Yeah, was he the police chief or something?
In X-Files?
No,
Captain
in this
Culp.
show.
Oh, he
Captain
was
Culp.
he was like, what the hell was he?
Was he the
Cock.
captain?
Captain
Yeah.
Cock.
Yeah,
How could
yeah,
I forget
Captain
that
Cock.
name?
That's right.
You couldn't have all those great, clever jokes later.
Yeah.
Boy, does he suck.
Yeah.
Cock? Yeah.
Was the guy that played her father anybody?
I couldn't
couldn't
tell. He
tell.
was all bundled up.
Because I feel like it was like they talk about the father throughout the movie, and then he's
Yeah.
on screen, and you would think that like they would have
Yeah.
put
It
someone.
seemed like everybody was going to be a reveal after Tiny Lister,
Right.
the way they were filming them,
Yeah.
and nobody else was,
Yeah.
as far as I could tell.
That's
Unless
true.
they're like Canadian legends that are involved.
Raznauer.
Chris and Tristan, if you guys are
I know,
listening.
right? We'll have to have
Chris,
Chris and Tristan tell
He
us.
should have been in the movie.
Michael David Sims.
David
as Captain
Cronenberg was
Cock.
in it. He was one of the toys. He was one of the elves. I don't know. MVP, David Cronenberg.
for having
Having nothing to do
for having
with
the
this.
common sense for staying well away from this movie,
Right.
Even though it's all part from his native Canada.
Right up his alley.
MVP to me for not picking this one. No, let's see. An MVP. I'll go with Emily the Raven. You're right. She moves the story along. She's fine. One of the more interesting characters, and you know, yeah, we'll go with that because really nothing else works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to give it to the grandfather, but I'm actually going to give it to Goldberg.
Phrasing?
Yeah.
Are you
And,
really?
and I'll tell you why. Because
I hope so.
no, because
I
the
hope
thing
you
is,
tell me why.
because the thing is I know how bad he is, but he never cracked. He stayed in character.
What little there was.
And he like played the part.
Yeah.
And he didn't break from that part. There wasn't a moment in that movie where I'm like, oh, he must have, this must be an outtake, or like, you know, this take probably ended bad.
The best they could get.
Right. Didn't feel that at all. He was the same character throughout the whole movie, and I appreciate that. So thank you, Goldberg, for staying in character and being this evil Santa and not, you know.
I mean, when you come from the wrestling world, you know how to stay in character.
Right. Well, and then on top of it, like, we kept saying we were waiting for the jackhammer. We were waiting for his move because like The Rock does the rock bottom in the Scorpion King.
Yeah,
I think The Rock did the rock bottom in a lot of movies.
I think so too.
I think he invented rock bottom.
And I'm pretty sure
middle name.
And I'm pretty sure Kane does a choke slam in See No Evil.
I'm absolutely positive.
But he did a spear. He did a spear.
Yeah, I saw Ruben act through.
But it made sense. It was a spear that was well deserved, well needed, and
What
he
did
didn't get the
Hulk Hogan
jackhammer.
do in Mr. Nanny? Did he pull any of his famous?
He fought the Undertaker.
I don't know that he did any leg drops.
He fought the Undertaker. The Undertaker was one of the bad aliens that was chasing
Oh, that's
him.
Suburban Commando.
Oh, that's right, Mr. Nanny. I don't know what he did in that.
I don't think
He
he
wore
wore
a tutu.
I would like to see Suburban Commando. I feel like that might be it.
Christopher Lloyd and Shelley Duvall.
I was frozen
Is
today.
the Shelley Duvall the wife?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Is that required of ex-wrestlers or wrestlers when they make the move into movies that they have to wear a two-toe? Didn't The Rock do it in the
Yeah,
Rock Cherry movie as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Roddy Piper didn't wear no tutu.
Well, he wore a kilt, though. That's still a
that
skirt.
doesn't count.
That's true.
That's a culture thing.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, but I don't think he's really Scottish.
Scottish?
Was
I don't
he? Was he
think
really Scottish?
I think he was.
Was he Scottish, or was he American Scottish?
No, I think he's American Scottish. I think he probably, like
Swedish.
me. Yeah. Like me.
Yeah. Well, me too. I'm Irish too, but
I don't go with no kilts.
Yeah, I'm not. Well,
I would.
Irish
I wore one in a wedding. They're very freeing.
Oh.
Ah, boy, here we go.
It's almost like Donald Ducking.
It's built-in air conditioning.
Did you go commando?
Of course.
Good God, man.
Of course I did.
What if there was one of those Marilyn Monroe vent
I was planning on it.
Good
I was
God.
hoping for it.
That's
I
one
did the
hell of a
Urkel. I did the Urkel dance. I probably flashed the whole wedding party.
You flashed the whole wedding party even when you're not wearing a kilt. You split your pants on the dance floor.
I did. That
Andre
is
the
something
Giant.
that happened at a
Andre
wedding.
the Giant did not wear
No,
a tutu or a kilt.
No tutu and a kilt.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
You're right.
Was Rowdy Pepper?
No, he's from Canada like every other wrestler.
Who, Piper?
Yeah.
Really?
Nova
He
Scotia?
lied.
Yeah, the
No.
Scottish
Nova
up in
Scotia, come on.
No, he's not.
That
from
makes
Nova
sense,
Scotia.
though, if you listen to him and they live. And what's your name, fella? Come to know where I am, or something like. Come to show them where I am. Something like
Brian, who's your
My
MVP?
way.
Is
Saskatchewan.
Which way is my way?
Saskatchewan.
Beat your feet.
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
So that's pretty Scottish.
Edmonton.
I think.
Is it?
I think it's
No, it's not.
I think there's a big Scottish
It's right
population
there. I mean, it's right there.
Saskatoon?
Scottish immigrants. Yeah.
I mean, everybody
No,
who wrestled played somebody else.
Yeah.
They're all on the East
Yeah,
Coast,
you
Eric.
know.
Yeah,
You
Hulk
know
Hogan.
Nova Scotia means New Scotland.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan
right.
wasn't even the Hulk. He wasn't big. He wasn't green. Showed up in Gremlins, too. Not in a tutu.
Brian, who's your MVP?
My MVP, I think
grandpa.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
with the grandpa. I like Robert Culp in this movie. I really do.
All
And,
right. We'll give Grandpa some
yeah,
love.
no, I dug him. I think he was the character that I could relate to the most. I gravitated to it. Not because I'm old and...
You're not even a grandfather.
You're not a grandfather.
I am a silver fox, though.
Oh my.
You are. And you do have
Okay.
something that turns the pages
That's
of your
right.
book for you.
Yes.
You know-
it's called the cat.
I hear the ladies call him Graystroke.
Because of my hair and my drooling.
Toast! I smell burning toast!
Peter Cushing.
I am not an animal.
Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Who's playing
Oh, my God.
let's have
Peter
fun.
Cushing, Santa.
No,
I'm sorry,
no.
Christopher Lee
Hold
Santa.
on, relax.
Okay, all right.
I meant to say Christopher Lee. I meant to say Christopher
All right,
Lee.
let him finish. Let him finish.
Christopher Lee is Santa, is what I meant to
Yeah.
say. Peter Cushing is Grandpa.
Exactly. That's what I would say, too.
I'm going to go with that one as well. And who's Una playing?
Una's playing
Emily the Raven.
No. Either the old lady that
yells
gets
fuck.
killed, or
buffalo?
or the buffalo, the bison. Yeah.
I'm only pulling the slicer.
Oh, I did like that lady. I forgot about the old lady.
Right.
But
The
that
lady
was
smoking in
part
the
of
deli, right?
beginning. That was part of that beginning. I mean, it wasn't the beginning, but it jumped right off of
First
that, and
kill
that
in the
was-
in like
yeah.
the main
I
part.
want to bring it back to the MVP. I also want to say Dave Thomas for having the good grace to bring us into that titty bar.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
The real
Yeah.
hero of
That's
the
right.
film.
That's
Oh,
right.
that's what Una would have been. She would have been.
She would have been a stripper.
What was her name? What was the headliner?
I can't remember.
It was Tit something.
Tit Twister?
No,
Minnie.
I think it was Tit
Minnie the Merciless.
something Twister.
And cheers
Titty
to
Twister?
Goldberg for frying those strippers. Come on.
Well, they were sinners.
There was a clever line when Dave Thomas was reading off the names of the dead strippers in church, and they were clever too. And I can't remember them now. But I was
Dixie
laughing.
Normus or
Dixie Norman.
It was that kind of
You
movie.
know what? None of them are in the IMDb. So
I know. I was looking too to see if I could get their names, like which characters
played
was
Dixie?
which.
You gotta check incognito mode, and I'm
right.
sure they're gonna pop up another site.
One of the characters was named Dick Zucker.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go, Dick Zucker.
Dick Zucker. Oh.
There you go.
Like Larry, like the Zucker brothers.
Yeah.
I know that's not what they mean, but
Zucker her name.
they're Jewish.
Oh.
Well,
Pastor Timmons. Does that come out to anything?
past her tit.
No. Timmons. No.
I think we're reaching on that one.
Yeah.
Reaching under.
Reaching under the table.
Reach around. Common decency.
You think?
Of course.
Of course. Wow, are we done? Is there any other
let's call this one,
categories? Let's call it a night. That's
call
all
it a
we've-
movie.
So, Santa's Sleigh. If you like Christmas horror, if you like bad movies, check this one out. You might get something out of it.
I'd recommend it.
It's
definitely
worth,
fun to riff.
It's worth a watch.
Yeah.
It's fun to riff.
No, it's not.
Just don't expect too much.
I'm not gonna. Listen, 2025. I'm not lying to anybody anymore. I'm saying, yeah, give it a shot. Why not? No, watch A Few Good Men instead, or like fucking, I don't know, Jerry Maguire. Don't watch this movie.
Oh, I'd watch this over Jerry Maguire.
Watch something else.
No, thank you.
No.
Was it worse
you don't
than
like good
Werewolf
movies.
Santa? I like good
We've established
movies.
that you don't like the good
Was this
I
movie
love
worse
great
than Werewolf
movies.
Santa?
Yes.
No, it was
No,
not.
it was not. No,
I don't
No.
think I finished Werewolf Santa.
No, Werewolf Santa
Werewolf
was
Santa was
horrible.
awful.
This
I think
was
I
better.
fell through that. So sleep through that.
It started out being better than Werewolves, but it did not stay that way. There was no way.
Well, I think my new my apex film is that Star Wars Christmas thing that we watched. It's probably my new apex for
Like as
Bad
the-
stuff?
the
like
worst
it made me
fucking
fall
thing you've
asleep
seen.
and it made my skin crawl. Usually the movie makes me do one or the other.
Oh, this one
It
did
either
both?
makes my skin crawl or it
Wow.
makes me fall asleep. My skin crawled and then I fell asleep, which
You
I was
stayed awake
thankful
for this one, though.
Oh.
I did. So
Yeah.
it didn't make my skin crawl at all.
No. So you
So
like
it had that going for it.
Yeah, yeah. It was
MVP.
better
Your
than
skin.
better than you got
Yeah.
the Jimmy leg.
Be-
Yeah, you
The
get
Jimmy
that?
leg.
I watched the movie, my leg starts shaking.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here, or put my head through the television. I don't know. one of the two.
Why do I keep coming back week after week?
Exactly.
I
You've been with
digress.
us for
I
4
digress.
years now. I think you know.
I digress. Don't see this movie.
All right, don't see.
But what do you guys? Well, what do you guys think? You like it? You guys liked it?
What do you, the
recommend
people
it?
at home
I probably would not. It would not make my rotation. I forgot to ask. This would not make my rotation. I say see it once. You might get something out of it, but I didn't. It was just see the first 20 minutes of the movie and then shut it off. There's better stuff out there now. There's more fun
Yeah,
Christmas
for
horror
sure.
stuff.
Yeah,
And that's
I
the
mean,
problem.
I liked it, but I don't think I'm going to run to this one next Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not. It's definitely not on my Christmas horror movie watch list.
I'll rewatch it next
You
Christmas.
will?
It's in
think I will.
Derek's rotation.
All
I
right,
think it is.
You know
it's
what?
going to
That's
pop up
fine.
on your
I think it
Voodoo
is.
then. Will
And I definitely think you should check it out with friends. If you have friends like us
If
that
you have
like
friends.
riff. If you have friends.
If you got any of those friends,
Yeah,
if you have friends and you want to thin the herd a bit,
Why do you think I only have 2 left? I'm not even counting Tito. I'm holding him against my will. Hear the laugh?
we killed Dean last week.
Yeah. We're going to kill Tito now?
Poor
No.
guy.
We did kill
Poor
Dean.
Dean. Has anybody checked on Dean? Is he okay?
He's
all right.
on the floor right over here. Hi, Dean.
Hey guys, I'm still here. I'm on the floor.
I'm very badly burned.
He's flipping us off. Rightfully so. What's making our geek flag fly, gentlemen? Anything?
Tito?
We got anything,
I was
Tito?
looking to see if the names of the strippers were in there, but
They're not
Yeah,
making
they're
you
not.
because
geek
they were
flag
fun.
fly.
Geek Flag Fly. Yeah, semifinals this week. If I win, I go to the championship. 3 out of 5, so that's pretty good.
Nice.
I made it 3 out of 5.
Good luck there.
The other 2 I came pretty close, but can't win them all, as they say.
That's true.
But you
3
try.
3 out of 5 ain't bad. I haven't been watching much else besides football lately, just because I'm.
Well, it's wrapping
It's
up.
the end of the fantasy season.
It's
so-
wrapping up and ramping up.
Yeah, but that's about it. And Christmas movies.
Yeah,
I'm making
same.
a Geek Flag
Like
Fly.
the good stuff. Scrooge, Christmas
Yeah, yeah.
Vacation.
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I watched last night that I like? Office Christmas Party, a newer one.
Oh, that
I love
was
that
fun.
movie.
It's a fun
Yeah.
one.
I
Yeah,
like
Olivia
that one a
Bateman
lot.
and-
yes.
Yeah.
Jennifer
Oh, I love Olivia Munn.
Aniston and
Yeah.
T.J. Miller.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a funny movie.
Yeah. I like that one.
I have to put that one. I do go back to that
a
one.
fun one.
Yeah.
It's got that guy Park. Randall Park is in it
Randall
too.
Park is in it, yeah.
And I can't think of the.
Cordry.
Yeah, a lot of
Is,
Saturday Night Live people.
Is our commercial boy?
Oh, Craig Robinson.
Oh,
Craig Robinson.
Yeah.
no, but
he's not.
Sam Richardson is, who was in the Werewolves Among Us. movie.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And
Oh, he's funny.
The
I
girl
like him.
from I think she's on SNL. She
She
plays
is.
the energy, the other.
Yes.
But the
She was
emotional
Evie.
vampire.
Yeah. And that's what I was trying to think of. That she was on Saturday Night Live. And
Oh.
she's the one who Randall Park wants her to mother him. Remember?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets a little creepy.
I'm drawing a blank on her name, but I know who you're talking about.
What about you?
I'm going with, I saw actually a better Christmas horror movie called All the Creatures Are Stirring. It's another horror anthology film. Not as good as
All the
Christmas
Creatures
Horror.
Are Stirring?
I didn't know that.
I have
All
one
the
called
creatures.
A Creature Was Stirring.
Not that one.
All right.
Creature
That's
Is
on my
Stirring.
list. I have to
So,
watch it still.
I haven't seen it yet. There's a new one on Shudder called The Creature Was Stirring.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is a couple of years old. It's called All the Creatures Are
Okay.
Stirring. And it's a horror anthology movie.
Oh, nice.
Seven or several short films. Some of them pretty good, some of them not so great, but worth looking at. The wraparound story is pretty weird.
Yeah.
But interesting. It's original, and some of the stories are really cool.
Seven
so
shorts
check
or
it out.
several?
Several, I meant to say. I don't know the exact.
I was like 7. That's
Yeah.
a lot. That's
They're
a
pretty
series.
quick.
Right.
They're pretty quick,
Yeah,
and you know, everything from like, Yankee Swap's gone wrong to Evil Reindeer to everything. So
Yeah.
it's.
Or they're like 10, 15 minute shorts?
Yeah, they're
like
very
that
quick.
short.
They're
Oh, okay.
quick. And
All
it's, some of them are pretty imaginative stories.
It's like movie 43.
Exactly.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Situation.
So, yeah, if you like Christmas Horror Story, check this one out.
Cool.
Nice. Rick?
I had my Christmas concert this past weekend.
Oh,
Went
Mr.
well.
Tuxedo.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. I had to get new pants, and I had to dig through and find my old suit tuxedo jacket because I was swimming in the one that I wore last season.
Look at you.
Looking good.
I looked really good. I felt really good, and I got a lot of comments, so I appreciate it.
Did you sing really good?
I
though?
did.
That's the big
I
question.
did.
You
And
didn't have to.
it was
We
a
look
great
great.
concert.
That's right.
It was a great concert. I'm actually singing again this weekend in a
Nice.
cantata at
Oh.
a church.
That's like horchata, but
Yeah.
But with the church.
Mexicans?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a frittata. He likes eggs.
And then the other thing is, it's a little bit of news that popped up. There's no details to it, but it is confirmed a greenlit Clayface movie made by Mike Flanagan, my horror god, who messed me up and who I met at Comic-Con and who was awesome and wonderful, and I cannot wait to see what he does with that character. He's a great character that's grown a lot in the comics over the last few years, and I'm super looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be one to watch. I love everything he's done. So
Yeah.
psyched about it.
I hope it ties into one of the universes, though. I don't
Right, and I don't know
what
yet.
Sony is doing.
So yeah, I mean, I know he's
Warner owns all of their products. All
That's
of
true.
their
That doesn't
Right.
mean Warner
properties.
doesn't know what the
Warner
hell they're
owns it
doing
all.
with it, though.
and James Gunn has said that he is gonna keep the Robert Pattinson one going on as like an Elseworlds.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was my question.
So I mean, because you have to. I mean, it's successful in the world that what's his the
Matt
guy-
Reeves?
Matt Reeves is creating is a great Gotham.
Yeah,
And,
it is. Look
really
at the Penguin
fun.
show.
Yeah.
Right.
That was
I'd
fantastic.
like to see a
And I
Clayface
and I
into
don't
that
necessarily know if it would translate well to the rest of the Justice League and the rest of the DC universe. The way that they're filming that, but I am really enjoying those projects. So, I hope they do keep it as an Elseworlds and
I mean, it can clearly be done. They made a Penguin show without
Right.
Batman, so they-
Exactly. So
they potentially could make a Clayface whatever without.
Oh, and by the time this episode airs, it will have already happened. But the future tomorrow, the future tomorrow. The Superman trailer drops.
Yes.
Did anybody see the teaser?
I just saw the picture of
the poster. They had
I saw the teaser today.
They dropped the teaser trailer today. It was like 30
Yeah.
seconds long.
Yeah.
It showed absolutely nothing.
No.
Like
Just a
him
lot of people
flying.
looking up in the sky.
Yeah,
And
you
like
see
a
him
2-second
fly,
clip
I
of
think.
him flying.
Well, at
But
least he
at a
flies.
distance, you don't really get to
You
see
see Lois Lane. She looks good as Lois Lane.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
The
fine.
actress. She looks good as Lois Lane.
Yeah.
I want to see.
it's Rachel Brosnahan. Is that
I want
her?
to see a good
I don't
Superman movie.
Yeah,
I'd
sure.
like to see
Miss
one again,
Miss
you know?
Marple? Not Miss Marple.
Oh,
Miss,
I think you're
Maisel?
right. Miss
Yeah.
Maisel. Yeah,
Maisel?
I
the
think
Marvel's
that is
Miss
who that
Maisel, I
is.
think.
I think you're correct.
Could be right.
I don't know. All I know is Mr. Terrific's supposed to be in this at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It's,
Yeah, he is.
and I think it's the guy who played Darwin in
Yes.
X-Men.
I believe you're right.
Origins.
Oh, no kidding.
And he was
Ah.
in the cowboy movie with Idris Elba. He was one of the.
Oh, Harder They Fall.
Yeah. he's
Oh,
one
you
of
like
those
that
dudes.
one? Yeah,
I love
that was
movie.
good.
Yeah.
He was one of the guys. in
I
there.
saw that too.
I don't know. It looks like we're going for a whole Bronze Age thing.
And the girl from
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong
No.
with it at all. No, I think it's a good thing. It's something different.
Yep.
the girl that was the pregnant girl in Alien Romulus is playing Hawk Girl.
Oh, really? That's
Oh,
her?
yes.
I'll tell
Yes,
you,
yes, yes.
They're going with this again.
over the week I kept reading things and like those two movies that we watched between Twisters and
Alien Romulus?
like
I mean, she's still a
they're
girl.
all the, like
Isabella Merced.
the next wave of like the big actors in Hollywood.
Are they?
Like, yeah, she actually, I think one of her first roles was Dora. She played Dora in the
Oh
Dora
yeah, in
the
that
Explorer
movie, The Golden.
Oh.
What? Yeah.
Dora the Swiper, no swiping.
What are they called? Thanagarians?
Thanagarians.
Thanagarians?
Yeah.
All right.
Who's that? The Hawk?
The Hawk, yeah, the Hawk people.
Hawk people.
Carter
Hall. Carter Hall's not in it though.
No.
Not yet. We don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like James. I like James Gunn.
I like the dude
everything
in
he's done.
Shazam.
Same here.
Yeah, I like.
Not Shazam.
Oh, so did
I'm
I.
looking forward to it, Mark.
I'm looking. I want to believe. I really want to like this.
See that?
I
Me too.
really want this to work. With
I have
these
hope.
guys. You know, I partly agree with Tito. I don't. To start it off with the Superman thing again seems kind of silly and redundant because that's what they keep doing. It's either Superman or Batman. But at the same time, I've seen James Gunn make good movies, and I've seen him produce a really evil Superman, good evil Superman movie. So.
Yeah,
I'll give it a
Brightburn
shot.
was good.
He's a fan of the comics. He understands the comics.
Yeah.
I hope I like the suit. I like they're bringing in Crypto. Brian, you had said, I like that it's colorful, and I agree.
It's very colorful.
This looks like a very colorful movie right out of the 70s, and or a 70s comic book. I hope we get that.
My buddy told me about the trailer. He says they don't really show much. I'm like, I can wait until tomorrow when they drop the full trailer. I didn't see the teaser until just before you guys came over. I happened to be waiting, and I popped it on while it was on my phone. And it is, like I said, very bright.
Vibrant.
It's vibrant. It reminded me of the Civil War airplane fight scene where everything was like in broad daylight. Wow. Very, not overly saturated, but it was just clear as day. I know it sounds stupid because everything was day, but it was such a stark contrast to Zack Snyder's take on it.
Yeah,
it really is, and that's what Superman should be. He should be the antithesis of Batman.
His suit's
Batman
baggy.
should be
It's a
dark
bad
and
look.
moody.
Right.
Superman should not.
Right.
He's got a baggy suit. I don't
Which
like
is
it.
like
that's what we were complaining about too.
It's
My
just
buddy
baggy.
at work and I.
Baggy. Well, maybe he's got to grow into it. Maybe he's got to beef up.
Hopefully, and I was saying this too because remember the
maybe
the
more
Falcon
solar
and the
power.
Winter Soldier show.
Say that again?
The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
When Anthony Mackie was playing Captain America for the first time on that show.
Yep.
And he had that half of a hood, that weird
cowl.
Whatever you want to call it. I tried it like a headpiece or whatever.
Yeah.
But they had to do like CGI touch-ups because it was baggy around his face and they had to make it like form-fitting against his cheeks.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that's what they're going to do with what's his name? Corn Sweat?
Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing, that the suit looked baggy on
It
it.
looks loose. Which is funny because that you mentioned that show because it reminds me a bit of like Wyatt Russell in the fucking Captain America suit. Where every time I would see him, I would be like, "You're not really filling that suit out, buddy."
No, it's true. You look weird.
The suit should be skin tight.
Right.
And he's another one, David
Corn Sweat.
He's another one that was in one of these movies. He was in Twisters.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's
right. Because remember that was what are you doing in this movie?
Oh yeah, you had Superman on your laptop. I was like, I don't know what that means.
I know. Tito's looking at me. He's like pointing. I'm like, Superman. You guys are like, what? I'm like, okay. He was in the movie.
So,
well, here's
good
hoping.
things to come.
Here's hoping.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Sooner rather than later. Hopefully.
We're gonna have plenty. We're gonna have plenty to talk about.
I'm happy it's coming out. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like Creature Commandos. I
liked it.
It came out when they said it was going to come out. So there's that.
Yeah.
And we have the Superman movie coming out. I wish the Green Lantern thing would come out quicker, but at least it's happening. I want to see everything happen.
Yeah.
I want to see this stuff come out the way Marvel keeps making.
Things happened and then they didn't happen.
That's right.
And I don't want, if this movie doesn't
that
perform as well, I don't want people to run with the tail between their legs. Just keep going. Try again. Don't give up and don't reboot it again. Thank you.
Nice. So my geek flag, Tito, you brought up what's her name from the Office Christmas Party movie, the one who played Evie.
Yes.
In What We Do in the Shadows.
The life sucker.
The
emotional.
The emotional vampire.
Emotional vampire.
Yeah.
That's a great scene when they're just like hissing at each other.
Yeah. Her and Colin.
Yeah.
And so my geek flag is What We Do in the Shadows had their final episode after 6 seasons yesterday, and it was a brilliant send-off. I loved the final episode of it. The documentary is done. So every scene that they're still filming, like you can see people in the background packing up equipment.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's very meta, Tito. where like they're talking about like things that happen on the show, like as part of like the documentary, but they're referring to the show itself. Like, oh yeah, we tried this, but it didn't work out, so we went with another direction. We probably should have ended the show last season, but
oh, that's cool.
But yeah, that kind of thing. And I had to agree, like this season was good, but I think it was one of their weaker ones. There were still some very good standout episodes, but the way they wrapped it up was brilliant. I'm not going to spoil anything, but they were talking about the ending that people wanted for the show.
Yeah.
And they were complaining that like, oh, people aren't going to like the documentary. Who wants to see a bunch of vampires? And so Nadja decides that she's going to hypnotize the audience and give them the ending that they want in their heads. And they cut to an ending, and I'm not going to...
Don't say anything. I want to see.
But they did it like Clue, where they filmed 3 different hypnosis endings, and the other 2 are online. If you go to Hulu.com or Hulu, and you go to the extras section for the What We Do in the Shadows show, you'll see extra hypnosises listed. And there are 2...
Oh, I wonder if that's how they broadcast.
2 extra endings, and they are funny.
Nice.
Oh my God, are they good? I am not going to spoil it, but it is brilliant. I love the way this show went out.
Awesome.
Cool. I love when they have a plan.
Check it out.
It was such a well-written show, and you can tell that they knew what they were doing, because when the show ends, and it ends on such a good, well-written note, it was fantastic.
It sticks.
Oh, they stuck the landing.
Stuck the landing, yeah.
They did. They stuck the landing, because I hate like when you're watching a sitcom and it just kind of like fizzles out.
It just keeps going.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
He had said recently, I think, in an interview that he thought that maybe he pushed it a little further than he needed to.
Who's he?
Taika Waititi.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe he had pushed the show further than he needed to go, but he was glad that he was finally I'm done. There's nothing more.
Mm-hmm.
Big Bang, not Big Bang. How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. Okay.
Was another good one where like
yes,
that final
they
season,
had a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And didn't they like film the final episode like first or something? And they hung on to it for like 9 years or something. However long that show.
I don't
yeah.
know.
That's cool.
Yeah, they filmed the ending first, because everything was like the whole show was a flashback, right?
Yeah.
So
Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Bob Saget telling that whole story.
Bob Saget.
Well, and the whole time you like during the series, you think that he's talking about Robin, but he ends up with Robin.
Oh, okay. And he doesn't?
Fuck,
I never saw the show.
No,
That's one of my dad's favorite shows.
No, he ends up with
Sophia Falcone.
Sophia Falcone.
Falcone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know she was on this
Christina
show.
Milioti. That's one of her first big roles.
I didn't know that
See?
either. I didn't.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
but
She's
that's
the mother in How I Met Your Mother.
yeah, that's one of my dad's favorite
Spoilers.
shows. Is How I Met Your Mother. He loves that show. Loves it. I want to give a shout out to my dad.
Yes.
My dad. It's been a tough week. My dad's been in the hospital. He's a big fan of the show, and just want to give him a shout out. Wish him well. Everything's looking good. He should be home in a couple of days. He's having a procedure done. Liver enzyme levels were high beginning of the week, and they've been coming down. And it looks like he will be released soon. So
Good to hear.
Excellent.
good to have him home for the holidays.
Take care.
Yep.
Shout out also
Your dad will be home before
Brian
Grand Theft Auto.
Ramsey's
Shout out
B-Day.
shout out to Brian.
Brian's birthday today.
That's right.
recording this
Thank
on
you.
Brian's
Happy birthday,
today.
Brian.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Brian. This show wouldn't exist without you, man. You do all the legwork for this show, and we appreciate it.
Happy to
brother.
do it. It's a fun time.
Thank you. We are coming up the end of another year.
Yeah.
When we're
Yeah.
well, we got the holiday special. It's already done. But other than that, you'll be seeing us in 2025. This has been an awesome year.
Yep.
Shout out to all our friends, all our podcasting friends out there, all you listeners who have commented, whether on Facebook or just in person, and said, hey, I heard this episode, I heard that episode, awesome,
Right.
Mark, you're too loud, shut up, all that stuff. Thank you so much for listening these past, 6 years
Yeah.
now?
6 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
We are coming back with new stuff in January. We're going to change some things around with what we do. Some of the things we'll
That's
keep
right.
the
Whole
same.
new cast.
A whole new cast. I quit.
We're bringing in 4 new dads.
How fucking hilarious would that be?
We're going to have 5 dads, but still call it 3 geeky dads.
It's gonna be, still recorded in this basement.
That's right.
Like,
Believe it or not, this
different
was
group of
Derek's
guys.
idea, but they're all going to be women.
They're all women.
With huge breasts.
We're gonna have more skits. We're gonna we got the themes coming up. Fantasy February. We got a month. Our buddy Tito marking his 2 or
Territory.
3-year anniversary
Right.
with us.
Third,
3
yeah.
years with us.
Going into my third year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
going into your third year.
Yeah.
It's got a buddy cop theme happening in January we're all excited about.
And we have a triple crossover coming up, too, with 2 Geeks and a Microphone.
Oh, that's
and
right.
that's also in January. And Nerdery Murdery.
That's right.
Yeah. So it'll be our first podcasting threesome.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh, Waka Waka.
It was about time.
Menage a pod.
That's going to be fun.
So that's how we're ending the year, with thoughts of us and a menage a trois. There you go.
Menage a pod. I like what Derek said.
If you want to get, in the meantime, while you got a couple of weeks before the new year, you miss our voices, you miss our humor, our
That's right.
wit, our rapacious wit.
Quit.
There are a plethora of episodes you can go to on our podcast. Brian, where can they go to hear more awesome geek content from the 3 Geeky Dads and a Tito?
Well, Mark, they can go to www.3gdpodcast.com. That's www.3gdpodcast.com. And as Mark said, you will be able to find all of our past episodes there, along with one-click buttons. If you're not already a subscriber, what the hell are you waiting for?
It's been 6 years.
Be a subscriber. Hit one of those buttons to the podcast platform of your choice, and you will never miss an upcoming episode. Also, most importantly, if you could, there's a spot at the website where you can rate and review the show. 5-star rating and a review go a long, long way to help push our show a bit further forward from the rest of the podcast pack. And most importantly, it makes it easier for others to find us while they're searching for great geeky content like our own. Also, our social media presences are linked at the website. We can be found at Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, and our audio can be found weekly on YouTube as well. We have a Ko-fi page, and it's a place where if you like the show, and we really hope you like the show and might consider donating to help keep the show going, Ko-fi is the place to do it, and any donation of any size would be greatly appreciated because, as we say, podcasting is not cheap. I think that's pretty much it, boys. Just want to say again, thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me here in the Basement Barn studio for the past 6 years. This has been a hell of a ride. Can't believe we're sliding into season 7.
We've only just
in a
begun.
month. We've only just begun.
So,
thanks again, boys, and thank you out there, everybody, for listening. We'll see you in 2025.
Well, I couldn't have said it any better, Brian, but I'll give it a try. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody out there, for listening. For 3 Geeky Dads, I am Mark.
I'm Derek.
I'm Brian.
I'm Tito.
Saying good night, happy holidays, happy New Year. See you in January. See you in 2025. And until then, keep watching the skies because you think. There it is. That's what I want.
Hey, good job, boys.
Yeah, why is Santa's sack so big?
I don't know why.
Because he only comes once a year.
Oh.
There's that one, and then there's...
That's dirty. Dirty for Christmas. I like it.
How much does Santa's sleigh cost? Nothing. It's on the house.
I like that one.
I like that one?
I had a similar one.
That's a nice one.
How much does it cost for Santa to park?
What?
Nothing. It's on the house.
Yeah, let's go with that.
You missed the other one.
What was it?
Why is Santa's sack so big?
Why?
Because he only comes once a year.
Oh, this big blue ball sack.
Has your sack left your sight? All right.
Ready?
All right. So, which would you want? Want the
on the house one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like on the house too.
Hold on, I never shut the ice machine.
You son of a bitch!
Hey, let's get this over with. Sorry, this was my idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what? This wasn't a me pick.
No.
Now I see what it's like, though.
I mean, unfortunately,
Yeah.
your influence on Brian isn't.
It's
contagious.
Isn't a good.
It's happening.
It's not a good influence.
No.
for sure,
No.
that's for sure.
No, it's spreading.
Unfortunately, sorry, Brian.
It's all right, Tito.
It's contagious.
It is.
All right.
See?
Tasty.
Yeah.
How romantic. How romantic.
You'll be
Now you got to smell that mic the whole time.
You'll be swimming in cans of cheese soon. Processed cheese dip. All right, let's do this shit.
Robert Culp as the grandpa was in with his grandson. I liked him up until the part where it was revealed that he was the angel that... Sorry, I got a cat's ass in my face while I'm trying to speak into the mic here.
You weren't complaining about it yesterday, Brian. Oh, the cat's ass.
The cat's ass.
All right.
Cat's ass.
Get that pussy off the table.
That's, yeah.
He wants to chew the wires.
It's.
I think that's pretty much it, boys. Just want to say again, thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me here in the Basement Barn studio for the past 6 years. This has been a hell of a ride. Can't believe we're sliding into season 7.
We've only just
in a
begun.
month. We've only just begun.
Only just begun.
Yeah, thanks again, boys, and thank you out there, everybody, for listening. We'll see you in 2025. In the year 2000.
Very nice.
25.
I kind of want to end it like that. That was beautiful.
Huh?
Yeah.
We could.
Yeah.
But go ahead and ruin it.
I don't want to ruin it. I like that.
No.
Yeah.
You got more to add.
I
So
don't
with
really
that,
have
I'm
anything
Mark.
then. All right,
Derek.
well,
I'm Brian.
Brian, I couldn't have said it any better myself, but I'll try. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for listening to us. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. See you in December. No, see you in January. See, I fucking ruined
What's
it.
a December?
See you in December. What the hell is December? What is that? Lousy Smarch weather.
Decemberary.
What the fuck are Robster
Smart.
Cross?
Smart.
Lousy Smarch weather. You think? Of course.